Hey guys, Glenn. I know the lighting is terrible, but who the hell cares? Um, this is just kind of a little bit of an update on the D&D session, a little bit of a world building episode. Um, so basically, the world that it takes place in is called Azcara, and the world itself has two major continents, roughly shaped like a yin and yang symbol. On the eastern continent is where humans, dwarves, and elves primarily rule. They're a fairly peaceful bunch. Land is divided fairly evenly. Not too much struggle for power going on at the current time. Kind of a golden age for everyone. On the western hemisphere, however, is where the lesser known races, or a little bit less humanoid races, primarily the Aarakocra, the Tieflings, and Merfolk. That's where they all kind of reside. And they're at kind of constant odds with one another, fluctuating power. The Merfolk mainly rule the southern islands. Their power is very much consolidated into that one area, whereas the Aarakocra and the Tieflings are warring back and forth on and off throughout the year. Tieflings hold the Midlands currently, and Aarakocra hold the northern mountains. Racial tensions are very high between particularly the Aarakocra and the Tieflings. Merfolk don't tend to trust any outsiders, but for the most part, they're the more peaceful of the tribes. Now, humans, dwarves, elves, orcs, goblins, everyone can all be seen throughout. But they're very obviously foreigners, very obviously not from those areas. A couple scattered villages are human villages. Orcs have a little bit of an emerging society. But with the Tieflings controlling the Midlands, they're a very warlike society. So not much has a chance to really flourish. Aarakocra, they rule the mountains. They are very religious. Their god can range from any of the main 12. We'll go more into depth with them later. But their primary are the sun god and the moon god. So they're just kind of up in the mountains, enforcing their religious rule. Merfolk, like I said, are in the Southern Isles, more peaceful. They focus more on art and shit like that. They do have a strong military force should anyone try to come into their territory. There are a couple of underground societies that span the entire globe. But those are the main factions as far as political ties go. There's a few different societies. There's a group of outcasts who worship the chaos god Zat. They range from all sorts of different races. From gnomes to halflings to tieflings. Basically anyone who hasn't found a spot within their society kind of goes to the cult. Another major part is in the western side of the Aarakocra continent. There's a fairly large desert bordered by a jungle. It's a very sharp cutoff. One second you're in dry wasteland, the next second you're in lush rainforest. People say that the desert is expanding, and sometimes the forest pushes back, depending on different events going on in the world. Um, the the snake people live there. Yanti, yeah, I think that's what they're called. Yeah, the Yanti live there. They basically mind their own business. Not too much a part of anything. Nomadic travelers. They have some jungle temples, and for the most part, they just bring goods. Um, yeah, that's the main reason throughout. The campaign focuses mostly on the Western Hemisphere. The continent is called Azcara. Yeah, that's what I'm going with, Azcara. And I guess the player can start out in kind of a small port town in the Merfolk region. That's still part of the mainland, but just kind of a port town. Yeah, that's just kind of a general overlook of the world. Well, see you guys next time. Later.